wants to know it. Anybody come back and look at the sofa?
Alright, let's see here. I think it's been long enough. I think I'll just take a drink and get started. Because, I mean, excuse me, I normally don't have to go wash my hands, brush my hair, do all that stuff before the stream. Normally I'm done with that already, but I'm multitasking today, so it sort of happened. Okay. Here we go. Hey Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you? It has been a little while, but that's alright. It's going pretty good, my friend. Just about to get started here. So update on yesterday's, well, update video. I have beaten the main game of Super Mario Odyssey, and yeah, there wasn't really any contest, was there, in terms of it being my favorite Mario platformer of all time, and that's just the main game. I haven't even done the post game yet. I'm saving that for the eventual stream. I'm sure it will not disappoint. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Bloodborne, the Stream Edition, which is what we're actually playing today rather than Super Mario Odyssey. Last time, we made our way through, like I said last time, about 90% of the Nightmare Frontier. Took care of the Brain of Mensis and did a whole chunk of other stuff in that area. Got most of the required materials that we needed for basically anything for the rest of the game out of there. I got some blood gems that made my weapons more powerful. What else did we get? I got enough chunks to +9 and +10 both of my weapons, so, and we got a blood rock to +10, so that's all fine and good. But now, because the world is in imminent peril, that makes this the best time in the entire game to go do more side quests. And today is where we're going to start them, as we start with the main game side content, the places we have not yet explored at all. The Nightmare Frontier and Canehurst Castle. After that, we'll be doing Chalice Dungeons. After that, we'll be doing the Old Hunters DLC. And after that, we'll be beating the game, but it's going to take a few streams to get through all of that content, so might as well get going with it while we can. Finished sweeping, mopping the house, did your laundry. Nice. So you've been nice and studious today around your house, so now you got a little bit of free time there, I can see. In terms of the blood vial grinding that I said I was going to do, I have topped off quite a bit in terms of the number of blood vials I have. I have almost 320 between the number I have on me and in storage. That should do us for a little while, but some of the bosses in the Old Hunters DLC, as well as in the lower levels of the Chalice Dungeons, can get pretty difficult, so I'll probably run through in all of those, to be honest with you. So, but we'll see. We'll see as we go. I think the first place I actually want to go is the Nightmare Frontier, so let's go there first. I think it's slightly less obnoxious to run through than Castle Canehurst, although they're not really all that obnoxious at this point. I have a +10 Saw Spear and a +9 Ludwig, so I should be okay. Alright, Conquer, see you in a minute. But yeah, we should be fine to do all this running through. Oh, and I need to go get the Messenger top hats. I almost forgot. I know where they are. I have to go and grab them. Hopefully I'll remember by the end of this stream to go and grab them. They're in the church workshop area there. Like, you know that wooden beam with that item that I didn't grab last time we were over there? Turns out that was the Messenger, top hats, and I want that, so we will be going to get that. Whoop. I don't think these, I was going to say, I don't think these skittering guys give too much here, because you can come to the Nightmare Frontier, like, before you beat Rom, so because you can do that, they give just basically Bloodstone shards. I think there's a few chunks here, but not too many. And there's one and only one item that I'm actually concerned with picking up here. It is a Carol Rune for HP, extra HP, so I'm going to try to pick it up if I can. I don't quite remember where it is, but I'm going to do the best I can to get it. Maybe I waited a little too long to come here, huh? Maybe, just maybe. I think there's some hunters around here, though, like NPC hunters, which is a little on the obnoxious side, but I guess we can make do with what we've got. I may have to interrupt myself at some point during the stream here, like in the early going, because I got crap in the oven that I need to go get. About half an hour. It's not actual crap, it's our food for tonight in the oven, and I need to go get it. So, well, that's going to be an elevator at some point, but we have not yet activated it, so we need to go down and around and back up to activate it. Now, where in the holy high hell am I going here? I don't remember the Nightmare Frontier very well, in case you couldn't tell. It's not every day I go exploring in this area, so... And I mean, I don't really need to even do that much exploring, because, frankly, we have everything we need, except for another blood rock for the rest of the game, so we'll see. Oh, okay, huh. Sure wasn't those damn kids down the street ringing your doorbell? You kids get off my lawn! Anyway. I think there's a hunter down here. Nope, not a hunter, not a hunter. Definitely not a hunter. Well, that's obnoxious. Also, you have tentacles. That's great. Oh god. Just back that up. Ouch. Okay, then. Not as obnoxious as I was thinking, but still slightly on the obnoxious side. What are you even supposed to be? You are supposed to be as loud as the crows. I think that's the item I actually want to grab, is that item right over there. So I'll see if I can go grab it. I think this, yeah, this just leads me back up here, so we don't want to go there just yet, but we'll figure it out. Alright, Kira, take it easy. Thanks for coming and letting me know. I'll get back to you on that Discord message in a little while. Just haven't had a chance to look at it yet today. But I'll get back to you. In the meantime, take it easy. Oh, I thought that was something running around trying to kill me. And, I mean, admittedly, there probably is a bunch of stuff running around trying to kill me right now, but you know, I think we'll be okay. I know for a fact there's an NPC hunter somewhere here. I just don't know where they're hiding themselves. Oh, there they are. Okay, so do you have a gun? You have a gun. Okay. That being said, the gun didn't serve you very well right now, did it? Hey, lead elixir, nice. Not that I'll ever use it, but, you know, for the item collection. Ooh, you had a friend, and he has a blunderbuss. Okay. I gotta keep that in mind. Or I could just one-round them. That also works, I suppose. And another lead elixir. Alright. I think there's a shortcut if I go up on the cliffs there, like that one gravestone that's like up there. But I think I gotta get up and around in order to do that. And I think to do that, like get up and around, I need to go into the swamp up ahead here. I don't even know why I'm wasting Molotovs on these guys. All they're doing is giving me regular bloodstone shards. But, that being said, I could probably get some twin ones as well, and then if I decide I want to upgrade another weapon, I'm in a good position to do so. Wow! Okay, then. I didn't know I was going to have to make a jump. Okay, some Madman knowledge, alright. Let's try that again. Nothing's falling. Okay. Let's try that again, this time without falling off. So, where's the jump off? Right there. Okay, let's give it a shot. And what's my reward for platforming? Fading Lake. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, now we gotta drop down. I'm just glad this game doesn't like store movement like Dark Souls 1 stores rolls. If you hit the ground at the same time as you were going to roll. And that means sometimes about 3 seconds after... Ooh, blood vials, nice. 3 seconds after you hit the ground, you'll end up rolling, and sometimes that's not good because you're trying to platform, and if you're on a cliff, it's like, well, see ya. This is a trap, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Just stay away from that. I can probably go kill these guys. So yeah, you could have seen these guys outside of the Nightmare Frontier, or the Nightmare of Mensis, I should say. Whoa. Now you're gonna get it. You made me miss that damn little dude. Wow. Not that that little dude would have gotten me much of anything anyway, but... No, I got a bloodstone shard out of it. That's like 1/3 of my reward from that little dude, so... Probably lots of little dudes in this area, the little skittering guys. Gets you a decent chunk of... materials for upgrades, I guess. Can I go up this way? Maybe. I have to platform again? I do. Alright. Nobody said there was going to be platforming in this segment. What was that? Some kind of flower bud. Cold blood flower bud. Try saying that 5 times fast. Yeah, we can use that in a chalice ritual. I don't know if it's a chalice ritual I'm actually going to do or not, but we'll see. I don't know the exact requirements for the Tumaru chalice. But I'm sure I will find out at some point here. Whoa. And out. Don't you dare fall off. Oh my god. Alright, get me out of here. Did he just kill his own dude with that? I think he did. Just kill his own dude with that rock. What an asshole! Some bolt paper, thank you. Probably use that on the boss here. Can I get to you from here? Maybe. If I could get down there. Let me guess, there's going to be like 20 million other things for me to kill along the way, right? This is fine. Oh god. I don't know if he still explodes there or not, but that was fine. Thankfully the hitbox on that doesn't go through walls. If it did, I think we'd all be in a little trouble now, wouldn't we? Alright, whoop. Back, back, back. Now is not the time for being stuck on the scenery. Oh. almost fell off. That wouldn't have been good. Hi. You take that rock and shove it. Alright. I won't tell you where. I'll leave that to your discretion. There is a ton of lead elixirs here, like, holy cow. And that, I think, is the poisonous lake that I just avoided. With some items down there, but we can always go down there later. I think that's actually a separate part of the lake. I don't think that's normally where you go in the lake. So, like, there's the lake back there that I totally just missed, and then there's this direction, which I'm going in. And I might be going the right way for the rest of the level, and then I could unlock the shortcut, but I might also be going somewhere else. Another little skittering dude. I'm just going to let him go. Oh, I know where this is. Just stand on the end of this, and here's a shortcut for you. Unlocks that bad boy for you there, and then we can head that way. Let me see what's up here first. See if there's anything worthwhile. Ow. Yeah, I don't know what you're all about, but I don't appreciate you bitch slapping me. Okay. So let's see here. Maybe that is the same lake then that I was thinking. But we might not even need to go down in there. It poisons you. It slow poisons you if you go down into that lake, so. It's not a huge deal. We've got like 15 antidotes, so it's not a big deal, but. Why bother if I don't have to? Am I right? Yeah, I wonder how I get up there. Can get to that item that way. View notes. This way to witness a miracle. This is gonna be bad. I think I know what happens here. I don't think I've ever triggered this myself, but. I trusted you! Damn it, Patches, I never saw this coming. You know I've killed all your brothers and sisters already, right? I could come up there and do the same to you. No, we're not gonna kill Patches. Oh great, I can't hardly move in here. And there's some, okay, so slow poison is occurring. Let's try to get out of here. It seems like the best course of action. For right now. Thick cold blood, thank you. I think this way leads out, but I'm not 100% sure. Yes, it does. Goodbye. You can have that. It's fine. Some more antidotes. Cool. Oh, okay, this is the lake. Okay. Ow. This is the lake. I just had to see exactly where I was, because I wasn't 100% sure. Well, with that being said... Oh, I missed the cave. Damn it. Where is the cave? Right here. Somewhere. Well, anyway. Oh, excuse me. I was waiting for that to happen. Oi! You know what? It's not worth it. I don't have the stamina, and he don't have the time. Oh, I don't want to reawaken. Nope, that's the wrong button. Here we go. Okay, so, to get back to where Patches was, I think I have to go down and around. No, I don't have to go down and around. I unlocked the shortcut. Never mind. I'll just go up here. And get stuck on more scenery! Sounds about right for this. I remember now why I didn't really explore this area too much, I think, because I was like, well, you know, there is some goodies to be had, but I think most of them come at a cost, and the cost is just getting through this area with relative ease, because you can't when, well, Patches is pushing you off ledges and stuff. I wonder if I can actually get that item, or if I have to, like, hop down there. I think he's gone, though. Patches, that is. So I think I can go grab him now. Just have a zit or something under my hair. I just itched and hurts. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice of you to grab your neighbor's delivery, then. All right, let's see if Patches does it again, now that I have an idea of where I'm going. Nope. And what's this item? Another flower bud. Okay. We'll just let that be, then. I probably need a couple for something, so... I know where the item I was looking for is. It's right over here if I go down that way. Thing over there? No. Okay. Good, good. Because I need to go over here and pay this guy back for the half my health worth of damage that he did with that rock. Get off my cloud. Might be going that way in a moment too, but first, let's go this way. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Clockwise Metamorphosis. It's the second of 3. That one gives you an extra 10% HP, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, we're beyond the point where you'll have the best HP in the game right now, because I think I'm at 38 Vitality. Yes, I am. If you had 35 HP and you equip that 10% rune, you have the best HP in the game. Not the largest HP in the game, but the best, because it's a specific number that is just better than all the rest. So I don't know why I'm using a serrated weapon to fight these obviously kin enemies, but you know. And these thrusts don't really work too well when they're all the way on the ground like this. Some more cold blood, thank you. I think this leads down to the lake, if I remember right. Yes. But might be close to the end of the lake, where I actually needed to go anyway. Keyword is might be. No, I think the end is over there, where I need to go. So, yeah, we'll keep this. This seems to be working fairly well against these slug creatures, so. That didn't work. Okay. Man's knowledge. He's shooting at me. I need to get out of here. Too close. Bad touch. Both of you. Let's just get out of there. Should be able to get out of this stuff before it does anything bad to me. Wah! Didn't expect that one. Didn't expect that, did ya? No, I did not, Felicia. No, I did not. Okay, and I think this is actually, if you were to come here, probably when you're supposed to come here, this is the first time you'll encounter winter lanterns, which are, I think there's one right down here somewhere. If I am where I'm, yep, this is where I'm supposed to be. So there's your first winter lantern right there, and she's just as dangerous here as she is in other places, so don't sleep on her. Let's see here. Okay, she's coming this way, so I'm going to let her get a little closer, see if she turns around, and then I'll run after her. It looks like she's trying to get around the scenery rather than turning around, but now she turned around, so let's go. Let's go get her! There we go. And let me just sip on one of these. There we go, before that just builds all the way up. There's a bloodstone that she could drop for you. That leads nowhere, so let's not. I think she's the only one over here, though. I don't think... if there's two, that's, like, it. Oh, God. Hi. Didn't expect to see you over here. What are you guarding? Ooh, 2 chunks. Thank you. Scared me out of my skin there. Holy cow. Whoa. Don't walk off a ledge now. We haven't unlocked the shortcut yet. Well, we have unlocked a shortcut, just not the shortcut. Madman's Knowledge. I think if you drop down there, you end up back in that lake area that we were just in a hot minute ago. Ooh. Gotcha. Again, don't know why I'm bothering. Oh, I hear another winter lantern somewhere. I think. She could be below me. No, she's not below me. Above me. 3 more lead elixirs. I guess if you needed lead elixirs, you know where to come for them now. Not that they're really all that useful in this game where movement is key. And they're basically things that severely restrict your movement, which is not cool. Like you can hear that as well, right? Somebody ran off a ledge, probably that little skittering guy. I mean, it could be those little maidens down there, but it could also be another winter lantern. Well, if I start frenzying, you'll know which one it is. Okay, and up there is where the boss of the area is. But before we go after them, let's see if we can't get this shortcut going. Up here. Thank you for the blood vials. Are you going to come down and fight me like a whatever you are, or should I come up there? Come up there. Okay, then. Well, that takes care of that. Might be able to get up where he was by going this way, actually. Yes, and this is exactly what I was looking for. Because this is an elevator. And it leads all the way back up to that spot that I told you about earlier. Like way earlier, like right at the start of the level, so. Yes, you could hear the creepy chanting / screaming, yeah. It's probably those little squid things in the lake there, but the poisonous lake. But it definitely sounded like a winter lantern, which is why I'm kind of like, oh shit, because winter lanterns, man, they don't mess around. You get stuck in their gaze for too long, I don't care what level you are. It's not gonna help you. It's like a flat percentage damage to you. I don't really want to go down in the lake, but I kind of want that item that's up on that ledge there, so I'm going to see if I can go grab it. It might be a little out of my reach, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's get out of the poison. It looks like it's underneath here. Well, let's go see. So we can find. Yes, it should be. But maybe I won't be able to get it because I need to get up that way somehow. Oh, nope, not that way though. Not that way though. Alright, where can I go to get to here? Probably up a ways. Okay, so first things first. Take one of these. So I need to like drop off of there somehow? Found the Sam Hill. Oh, I think I see it. Probably have to make a jump. Yeah, I gotta jump for it. Alright, well. Hey, not bad. I did it. Real question is, how am I gonna get out of here? And the answer is, not without getting poisoned. Probably. Yeah, I probably could have come up here if I just ran around, but... Oh, God. I don't know what that's all about, but I don't want to buy what you're selling there, ma'am. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's get out of the swamp. Okay. And I think we're good. I have 32,000 blood echoes. Hey, Rockin' Fun, how's it going? I'm trying to think if I should go spend them, or if I should and equip that clockwise metamorphosis, or if I should just go after the boss here. I may have to use, excuse me for blowing my nose right there, I should have done it away from the mic, my bad, but I may have to use a sedative if I come back, because the Winter Lantern will have respawned, so. You can watch the stream this time? Nice. That's good, man. I think we'll go back and we'll spend what we've got, because I got some Frenzied Cold Blood as well. So that should do me okay. If I need to use a little bit of it to level up. And then once we've done that, we'll just head back and freaking fight the boss. Why not? I may have to kill a couple of things on the way here to this elevator, but it shouldn't be a huge deal getting back here. So... the NPC hunters, thankfully, don't respawn, and they're really the biggest problem in this area. And frankly, they died like nobody's business, so... if this was a Fire Emblem game, I would have one-rounded them. Ooh, I missed an item. What's back here? More Madman's Knowledge, okay. Not that that's really going to help me, but, you know, I'm already insane enough as it is. Alright, back to the Hunter's Dream we'll go. Get my papers ready. Probably use some bolt paper, I think, for this next boss, because I think it's more weak to that. And if you don't know what the next boss is, well, Patches kind of gave us a hint there, if you remember from a few streams ago when we were first interacting with him. So, you may have an idea, but if not, you'll know soon enough. Let's see. I actually unequipped the hand lantern from my quick bar there because I said, you know what, it's probably not as useful as the monocular. I have the torch if I need light, you know what I mean. We got 43, 17, a couple of chunks. And a whole bunch of disgusting Chalice Dungeon stuff. Let's see. Keep Top Hat in my inventory. Physical attack up 11.6, increases stamina cost. Okay, but here's the rub with getting gemstones from Winter Lanterns there. As you can see, it gives a fairly hefty physical attack bonus there, but they also are cursed, these gemstones, and that second effect, this increase to stamina costs, is the curse. It forces you to take a penalty for potentially much better gemstones. Like, if that was just physical attack up 11.6% without the curse there, this would probably be like a level 12 or 11 or 12 gem that you could get, like, before you fight Rom, which is great. Now, it's not that big of a deal, because only increased stamina costs a little bit. These are probably some of the better ones, is the ones with these small increased stamina costs there. So it's pretty good if you got it around to that point, but at this point in the game, I've got so many gemstones that are better than it, it's like I don't really even need that one. Let's get rid of Fading Lake, Stunning Deep Sea. We're actually going to equip this Clockwise Metamorphosis for the extra HP, so... and then I'm going to unequip which one? Probably Blood Rapture. It served its purpose. I don't parry that much, so we'll just let it ride. Repair some stuff. I don't need Blood Gem Fortification. Let's do clockwise, anti-clockwise, Communion. There we go. I should equip this so that I can restore my HP while I'm just running around here. Whoops. No, I don't want to store 20 of them. I want to take 4 out. There we go. Anything else? I could top off on antidotes. Excuse me, I could top off on antidotes. And that would probably be a good idea. Yeah, let's take a couple more of these. I don't think I'm going to explore any more of the Nightmare Frontier because we're pretty much done with it at this point. It's just the boss and then that's it. And then we'll go to Canehurst after that, so... let's see. I'll keep those around just in case I need them. Let's see if we can level up or if I need to use one of those Cold Bloods. I need to use at least one of those Cold Bloods. Okay. Let me do that real quick, then I'll level up with you there, m'lady. Which one? Probably this one. Yeah, that'll do. We needed like 4K, so...
What is it? Very well, let me...
Alright, let's get Vitality to 40 before we worry about our skill there, I think. That would be for the best.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth.
Sucks up so much of your free time. Well, we're not going to do that many of them. Thank you, m'lady. We're going to do the Tumaru Chalice dungeons, ideally, in a few streams. Like, I'm taking a guess. I'm going out on a limb based on the difficulty that I've heard from some of the lower Chalice dungeons, and I'm going out of the limb and saying we might be able to do them in 4 streams, but we might also not be able to do them in 4 streams. We'll see how they are as we go. The most important thing that I want to do in the Chalice dungeons, if we can't beat all of the bosses down there, there are ways that you can use the Chalice dungeons that they were figuring out this year to guarantee some really good blood gemstones and stuff like that from some of the bosses and stuff down there. Like, you can basically use glyphs and codes and stuff to make it so that you can get better gear, almost guaranteed, than you would otherwise be able to. It's called False Chalice Dungeons. And I will be using that to get some good gemstones for my weapons. I've already got good gemstones, but the ones that I'll get are going to be better than the ones that I already have. And the ones I already have are pretty damn good already, so, you know. We'll be getting some pretty good ones. But that's all in the future. That's the very least that I want to do with the Chalice Dungeons, if for some reason we can't beat the bosses down there. Though I've heard that some of the bosses in the lower Chalice Dungeons, especially the Eye Hill, which is the bottom floor, I think, of the Tumaru dungeons there, some of the enemies down there are, like, on par in terms of their HP values and difficulty with, like, New Game +4 enemies, which just sounds like a terrible time, if I'm being honest with you. Can I jump to that item, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? I think I might be able to. Let's go have a look. I could probably hop down from there. If I can get around these gravestones. Yeah. There we go. Of course it's more lead elixirs. Why wouldn't it be? Great. Yes, there are some cool unique bosses, and I'd like to show at least a few of them off in there, so we'll see what we can do. We'll see how it all goes. I'm sure I'll be able to get through at least the ones that I can get, fight in order to get the false chalices. There's probably a few more that I can fight as well, but we'll wait and see. Ooh, thank you. I probably won't need that. It's a level 2 one, but, you know. Every little bit helps. So, okay, boss of this area. And if you don't recall what Patches said in terms of the boss in this area, well, like I said, you'll find out soon enough. We'll be fighting. Is there an item down there? Nothing that I care about. Okay. Then let's go up here. And let's see what we can do. I think I need this version of the weapon, because I think it deals with the enemy that we're going to fight just a little bit better. How much HP do I have now that I have that clockwise metamorphosis, by the way? 1434? That's not bad. I don't think it increased my HP that much, but I mean, it's not terrible. Every little bit, like I said, will help, so. Alright. Let's see who we're fighting. Pop some bolt paper. Of course it's Amygdala. Of course it is. Go where? Oh, there you are. Big stuff in your head. Oh, God. You can still do that laser, huh? Oh, God. Here we go again. That's kind of an indicator that you don't want to stand too far away from Amygdala in this fight, so. Are you going to come down so I can stab you in the face? Yes, you are. Thank you. Yeah, don't stand too far away because, well, your best shot is hitting Amygdala in the arms or in the head, because the rest of Amygdala's body is protected from damage. As you can see there, I'm only doing 17 damage to the legs, so not my best. No God. But this arm is not protected, so that's the easiest way to deal damage to it. Okay, until that happens. It just ripped off its own arm. There's an unprotected arm over here, though, so. In the back. And then, of course, if you can hit the head, that's so much better. And I think I got her. Him. It. I don't know, prey slaughtered. That's all I know. I fought Amygdala at a little bit higher of a level than you're probably supposed to, so that's why it went so easily. Because like I said, you can come here before you kill Rom, and if you do, it's a pretty challenging fight, but yeah, I saved it for last because I was like, oh, I've been through here before, it's really difficult. No, it's really not. Because the last time I came here, I think like right after I beat Rom, and that's why I had so much difficulty, because it was like, oh, the game hadn't been challenging hardly at all before that point. Shadows of Yharnam kicked my ass a little bit, but other than that, I was fine. Then I came here and I was like, oh shit, Winter Lantern, oh shit, lots of poison, oh shit, Amygdala! But apparently, I overestimated this place just a little. Oh well. We got an Ailing Loran Chalice for defeating Amygdala there, and that is the third of 3 different types of chalices that we can get. You can either go to a Tumaru Chalice, a Loran Chalice, or an Iz Chalice. So, yes, it's that boss time. Is my damage real? Yeah. Yeah, Patches does get around. He's in every single one of the Souls games, at least as far as I know, in some capacity. Is he in 3, though? Yeah, he's in 3. I remember now. He locked me behind that elevator in 3. He definitely gets around, though, so. Recurring NPC. Although in this game, he appears to have been transmogrified into a spider. But, you know. I mean, it's a good look for him, I guess. Makes him just as trustworthy as ever. Let's see. Let's store these away. I should probably just buy that bolt paper with some of the... what's it called that I've got? 6.3? Yeah, that's not really going to help me. I still need to sell that one as well. Let's take Blood Rapture away as well. We're not going to use it anymore. That's basically my, going to be my setup from here on out in terms of my Carol runes. Is both of the Metamorphoses and Communion. We'll be getting a better Communion when I go into the Chalice dungeons. But till then, you got to deal with the one we've got and have that uneven amount of things there. Okay, so get back to 10 bolt paper, buy 3 of these, and then we'll chomp on 1 Madman's Knowledge. There we go. It whispers to me. Oh, hey, Alex, how's it going? Favorite streamer. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We need like 13k more before we can level up. I don't know if we can get that many from these. This gives 5,000, so this probably gives 4. 9, and I don't think this gives that much. 1,200. Well, let's use them, just for the hell of it. It'll get us closer anyway. Yeah, we're still out by about 5,000 here, so... Basically immortal. Yeah, well... He's more like, if I had to make a direct relation to another character in a video game that I know about, he's more like Gilgamesh from the Final Fantasy series. He just sort of ends up wherever the hell he ends up, though we haven't seen Patches get thrown into a time loop yet, or the void, but considering his recurring nature, it's not like I can kill him in any of these places. I mean, I gotta let him have his starring role, right? So, yes, Castle Canehurst is here. Okay. I guess we could go to the, while I'm thinking about it, we could go and try to get the Messenger top hats, but then again, maybe I shouldn't do that with 32,500 blood echoes. That probably isn't a good idea. Let's go to Canehurst first. Probably a better idea, huh? Ethos Lab, keep that place. Oh, wait, no, Ethos Lab doesn't stream. You're saying if they start streaming. Okay, I gotcha. But here we are, back at Castle Dracula, essentially. Shortcut is over there, but as I said before, that elevator is not open yet. So let's see what we can do here. I want to be careful in this courtyard because there are some blood-sucking ticks in this courtyard, and I mean, I know what you're thinking. Oh, they're just ticks. Like, they're the size of your, fingernail at the... Actually, that's pretty damn big. Like, not even the size of your fingernail at the biggest. Oh, no. Remember that this is a Soulsborne game and that everything is far more grotesque, I guess is the best word. than it normally would be. Those things that are walking around over there, yeah, those are the ticks. No, I don't know Ethos Lab, unfortunately. Name does not ring a bell. I was just trying to logic through your statement there, and my brain was turning off, so yeah. Oh, we seem to have attracted some attention, I think. Yep. You don't want to let them drop on you, because, oh god, almost like that. Because that's just a bad sign. Also, they have hyper armor on some of their attacks, but not all of them. Ow. Could you slow down on that? Yeah, these are probably the enemies that I dislike the most in the game because they're just such a pain to fight, really. That being said, they do give pretty decent amounts of blood echoes, so I guess I could fight a couple of them and then go back to, what's it called? But they're just a drain, really, on your blood vials. Like, you see how many blood vials I've already used. I've only just gotten into this level, and I've already used 3 of them. Come on now. I mean, admittedly, it's because I haven't fought them in a while, but still not fun. You know? I think both of them are trying to... Nope, never mind. One of them did not see me. This one might now that I'm standing out in the open, though. Oh god, hi. But yeah, best place to be with those guys, directly behind them. You can deal a lot more damage that way. There's one over there. I think there's a couple over there, so I'm just gonna not. Okay, alright. Someone's already waiting at the gates for me. That's either a good sign or a terrible sign. I can't really tell. But I don't think the ticks can get through this gap in the door here. I think we're the only ones who can get through that gap. Oh, there's 3 of them. And, by the way, you gotta think about these ticks this way. The size of their blood sac on the back of them there determines how strong they are. So, like, those ones in the bottom near those items, not so strong because they have small blood sacs. That one back there, probably harder than any of the ones that I've fought so far because its blood sac is enormous by comparison to the other ones. Those are like the chief ones. You don't want to fight those if you can't really damage them well, which I mean, I'm okay at fighting them, but not great. What is that over there? Well, since we've got the blood echoes now to level up, let's bold Hunter's Mark out of here. I probably could have just ran back across the courtyard, but I mean, we've got like, what, 8, 9 bold Hunter's Marks? I'm not going to use all of them by the end of the game, so let's use a few of them. Why not? And hopefully we'll be able to run directly past those ticks next time we come through here. I mean, it's not a big deal now because I won't have any blood echoes, so it's like, whatever. If I die to them, I die to them. No big deal. Yeah, you're probably right. Since the door opened on its own, it probably will be something bad. Why can't it be something good when the door opens ominously on its own? Subvert my expectations, game.
Welcome. I must... What is it? Very well, let me...
Let's see, what else did I miss? Wants to become Bart's waifu into City of 12. Oh boy. Okay, so I need about 38,500 to level up again. Okay, I'll try to keep that in mind, but knowing my short-term memory loss,
Hunter.
I'll probably forget.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
Thank you, milady. It's not even short-term memory loss either. It's just the fact that I have to keep so many factors into account while trying to run away from all these creatures, and, well, by the time you're done, it's like, what was I trying to remember? Oh, yeah, I forget. Okay, back to Decassid. So, yes, ominous doors opening on their own, plus basically Castle Dracula. probably going to result in some bad things happening. I'm going to try a blue elixir here. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't think they are... I think they can see you even through blue elixirs. Or they can detect my movement because I'm kind of chomping my way through the snow here, but... it's probably alright. I could probably fight them through this door if I really wanted to, but... oh well, we're fine. It's so cold I can see my breath! Are you okay? There's the chanting again. Oh, hello. Could you put that knife away, please? He supposes in here. Let's just loot the place. The Writer Palash, or as I've heard from... according to the wiki, you're supposed to have the R come out from the back of your throat, basically, so it's more like Reuter Palash. But I like Writer Palash. It's just easier to say, I think. But yeah, so there's people scrubbing the floors, and there's also ghosts that would prefer to stab you than scrub the floors. Can't say I blame them. Scrubbing the floors sucks. Oh, God. Such a manual labor-intensive job, you know. Well, spooky ghosts! Yeah, I mean, it is Halloween, so... can't say I'm that shocked. Hey, a bloodstone chunk. 13 more to go if I find another weapon I want to use! Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. Oh, God. They're kind of slow, so I'm kind of just, like, letting them do their own thing. Whatever. Apparently this lady's a little more active about not scrubbing the floors, though. But you gotta be careful, because usually there's ghosts right near whatever items you're gonna grab, so... unfortunately, I can't really avoid killing this one unless you want me to get viciously stabbed while opening this chest. Not my idea of a good time. Oh, good, I can cross-dress in this game. Thank God. I thought I was never going to be able to do that. Sizo! Where you at, brother? I got a dress for you. All you need is a wig. Don't worry, we'll find one of those, too. Sorry for breaking your chairs there, ladies. It's there isn't really too much room to maneuver here if you want to dance. Do I know who to call? Well, there is something strange in the neighborhood, so I think I know who to call. Ghost Mono. There's a throwback that some people probably won't get. If you haven't... ah! Gotten it. You look like a stone pillar, my friend. Good hiding place. Oh, God. If you don't know the reference, it's because I sang the Ghostbusters theme song at the end of my Luigi's Mansion playthrough. Oh, God. Naked statues. Turn that camera down. Yes, so I sang the Ghostbusters theme at the end of my Luigi's Mansion playthrough so many years ago. It was back in 2011. It's kind of cringeworthy, but if you want to go watch it, it's in the bonus episode. It's over on YouTube in the Luigi's Mansion playlist. It's probably funny in a cringy way, so if you like cringe funny, it, like I said, probably be fine for you. Oh, hello. Yeah, these gargoyles, not exactly stone. They may appear to be, or frozen at the very least, but don't be fooled. You remember that reference? Yeah. No bat people, Liram. No bat people. Also, hello, Liram. Or Yiram. I don't know if that's a capital I or not. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's give him a good back rub. Bye. Oh, a bloodstone chunk. Nice. 12 to go. Actually, it's more than that, isn't it? Because where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Did you get stuck in there, brother? Here, let me give you some help. Now you're not stuck anywhere. You need to watch it. Like I said, Rockin' Fun, it's probably pretty funny. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but, you know. Yeah, just smash them with a hammer. Exactly. If I had a hammer, I would. Oh, wait, I do! It's a little bit knife-edged, but okay. No free kisses! Get off. It's gonna cost you $10. Yeah, it's okay. I guess I could give you those ones. I think I'm gonna wanna get this out. So these busts, for lack of a better word, must be like either from an artist here in Canehurst, or they're like reliefs of old Canehurst royalty of some kind. If I had to guess, anyway, that would be my guess as to what they are. Hello there. Oh, you have a rapier. Nice. Probably using the Reiterpallasch, or the Reuterpallasch, as it were. I can get behind that. I was considering upgrading the Reuterpallasch, but the Reiterpallasch. I'm just going to say Reiterpallasch. I was considering upgrading it because it's a skill weapon, and I mean, it scales with Blood Tinge a little bit, which I don't really use, but the only thing out of it that scales with Blood Tinge is the bullet that you can shoot out of it, which, I mean, how often am I actually going to do that, right? But then I thought about it, and I says, you know, I've got this kind of get-up going here, and I mean, this already looks kind of out of place with the witch doctor-ass look that I've got going. A noble weapon of a rapier variety like that probably would look even weirder. Ah, there's two of them. Hi, guys. Whoa! Well, that's obnoxious. Okay. Oh, good, I dodged it. Nope. And there's the Executioner's set. Not that I'll honestly be using it, but yeah, it's there. Wonder if Twitch is going to have a problem with me running past all these naked busts. Why did the Stony Grandpa French kiss me? I don't know, man. Ask him that. His tongue was down my throat, so frankly, he started it. Use the pimp cane. Anything but the pimp cane. As much as I love the threaded cane, the concept behind the threaded cane, I'm gonna have to hard pass on using it as a weapon. Sorry. I just can't get used to the moveset, man. Vile Blood Register. Wonder what that's all about. Anyway, here's your shortcut. We're not almost done with the level, though. Oh no, there's still quite a bit left to go before we're done here. But there's a bit more verticality to the rest of the level, so that will give us a little bit of leeway as we go. So let's go back up, because now this is operable. So, second full playthrough, actually, Lirum. I've played it once before, so... Man, it's dark in here. I mean, it's not that dark, but I can see the ghosts a little better this way. Hello down there! Oh, I was gonna say, I've got an idea, but I can't exactly perform my idea if they're gonna be able to stab me from ground level like that. It's not really gonna work. Can I do it up here? Nope, nope, definitely not. Okay then. Please stop screaming. Are you causing them to scream? Old hag. No. Okay, I got it. Can I grab what she was holding without you murdering me viciously? Is the answer no? Fine then. Quicksilver bullets. Alright. But yeah, those old women with the candles, I believe, will cause the ghost women to scream. They normally don't do that. I think that's how it works anyway. And so that means they're your top priority when you're in these rooms now. Those ones I will kill. The other ones, yeah, not so much. Your best charter has 200 plus hours. Well, I haven't taken the liberty of exploring any chalice dungeons on either of my playthroughs so far. We're going to be doing it on this playthrough, but are you a skittering? No, you're a scrub the floors. Okay. Oh, okay. Somebody's got throwing knives, and it's not you. Or maybe it's a gun. You think you're clever with them throwing knives, huh? Or poison darts. Well, they aren't poison, but they're darts. They're blow darts, basically. Thought you could psych me out, fake me out with the other person being there. I don't think so. But yeah, with the chalice dungeons that we're going to be doing, well, I'm not going to be doing them that much, but like we're not going to be sending, you know, hundreds of hours in them, but we are going to be doing enough of them to get through some false chalices, so we can get some extra blood gems. Where was that dart coming from? Oh, back here. Okay. Here? Were you blow darting me? I don't appreciate it. Nope. Ah. I see. Did I just kill her by Goomba stomping her? Really? Great. Alright. Now, I don't exactly remember where to go at this point, but we'll figure it out. Oh, there's an item down there. Might want to go grab that, but I don't think we can drop down directly from here, so. There's also a ladder here. Again, can't drop down to it from here. Gonna have to go around. That ladder is actually where we need to be, but we'll get there. Can't go that way. I think I just need to drop out of the window over there. That's the next best. Could you target the person directly in front of us? Because now they're both going to want to kill us. Good job targeting reticle. You screwed me out. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they won't bother me. The one that was scrubbing, that is. Okay, yeah, I think we just need to drop out of this window. Yep. Probably best way to do it is to drop right on this thing first. Some bullets, thank you. And I think if I go that way, I can end up back where those stone gargoyles were. Yeah, because that's where the executioner set was, is right there. So. Yeah, can't drop in there. I was gonna say, I thought I heard someone squawking. You have any friends that are gonna come running up behind me while you're busy distracting me? By any chance? Oh god! I didn't even know he was starting that grab. Alright. It's fine. We've got some blood vials, so we good. Ooh, a chunk. He dropped a chunk. Nice. Yeah, it looked like he wasn't even, like, barely in the startup frames of that grab. I mean, no big deal, but we took care of it. Not over here. Where's the lady with the candle? Because she's my top priority. I think that's her right there. Yep. Okay. Okay, let me go. Not funny. Hey. But yeah, that's what the screaming can do. If you're in a certain radius of it, it'll trap you. But inside of that chest, we get the Executioner's Gloves, which would be helpful if I could actually use them. It's another hunter tool. So if you have the Arcane, probably be useful, but I do not. What about in this chest? The Knight's Set. Nice. Now I've actually got something to go with my top hat, I hope. I think. Anybody up on the table? No. We got a follower. Let me not get whatevered here. Spartan Christopher, thank you for following. I appreciate it. And Pem and Kira, thank you for hosting. I also appreciate that. Hello. Okay, so maybe it's just the Medusa head looking ones that get you stuck. Good to know. Where to now? And how do I get out of here? It's got to be back in that room somewhere. Since she's blocking the door, might as well, you know. Okay, so you don't take nearly as many hits as the other ones. Alright, that's also good to know. I could have sworn that, well, was a switch or something in one of these rooms, but I could be thinking of something else. There. Now all the screaming ones are gone. Maybe I am thinking of something else. Oh, we got another follow. Hold on. And Liram, thanks for following. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting your local Monochromium blood drive. Starring the hunter from Bloodborne. And I don't think, yeah, you're not one of the screaming ones, but yeah, get rid of me anyway. Huh. I'm at a loss, but yeah, give me a minute, I'll try to figure it out. It can't just be a dead end, because that's completely counterintuitive to the nature of these games. So, was there another set of stairs like this where we could drop up on top of something? Well, that didn't work. No, not there. Church pick and Rosemarinus. Well, I don't have the church pick yet. I think I have the Rosemarinus, but those are both... Well, actually, no. Church pick is like Hunter's Axe, basically, except slightly different moveset. So I wouldn't be opposed to using that. This weapon, this build, anyway, is more skill-focused than anything else. It's, I mean, it's basically a quality build. But... So, arcane stuff, probably not going to do too well for me. Ah, here we go. I knew there was some way to get out of here. It's like, this can't just be Bold Hunter's Mark time. And I think we need to go... Well, we could go there, but I think if we go there, there's something else. I think there's something else to do first. No, that's a drop-off, so let's try this way first. Hopefully I don't get rocked by a bunch of gargoyles when I go to take this item. I'm sure there's going to be a few. Like one up there, maybe. Drop on top of me. Oh, no, there he is. Hello? Huh. Come on down! You're the next contestant on Die For Me, please. Well, actually, I can't really say that, because that would be trademarked by Alice from the Persona series, practically. She doesn't say please. Because why would she? She's Alice. Everybody does whatever they want for her, because she asks them to do it for her. But, yeah, you know, I tried. Okay, and I think this is what we needed. We need to operate this bad boy. And this will open up a secret bookshelf for us. Nice. And that's where that ladder that we saw before was. It's right here. And if you go over here, this is the main room where the elevator is. So we went up and around that way, all the way down and stuff, but now we can go this way. So let's go this way. It goes up and down faster than a dubstep song. Oh, jeez. Excuse me. Oh boy, Rockin' Fun, you and your internet. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Alright. So let's head up here. Not waste too much time now. I have a feeling the boss of this area is going to give me a little trouble. Just based on what other people have said about them. I think the boss is just that way, actually. But let's grab this first. Anybody coming to stab me in the back? No? Okay, cool. Warm Blood Gemstone. Probably similar to the Blood Gemstone that I got on the blunderbuss right now. Might be slightly worse because it's a 3 instead of a... I think the one I have is a 5. But I could be wrong. But let's check out this area before we go running off to the next one. Oh, hello. Let's not waste all my Molotovs. Hey, he dropped some chunks. Nice. Again, I don't really need the chunks. The only thing I need for the 2 weapons I'm using right now is a Blood Rock, because this is the Saw Spear's plus 10 and Ludwig's is plus 9. But if we find a weapon that I want to use, and I honestly have no idea which weapon it's going to be yet, it just sort of depends on my mood. I may decide, hey, let's plus 10 a weapon. Why the hell not? Speaking of which, since this is in the candidates list, here's the Reiter Palash. It's a fancy rapier, and you poke people with it, sort of like the ladies around here do. But if you trick it, it has a gun on it now. So that's fancy. So you can like poke people a bunch like this with it, and then all of a sudden you can be like, pew! Like right in the middle of your combo. Because you know how enemies, like you'll poke them a bunch and then they'll come out with their quick swinging hits so that they can kind of interrupt your combos? Well, you can kind of work around that by parrying them in the middle of their quick swing with the Reiter Palash. So it's kind of cool. I like that aspect of it. It's a nifty little weapon. I like it. I don't know if we're going to use it, but it's there. It's up there as a potentially good weapon. Yeah, Reiter and cannon, yes. Pop some bone marrow ash in that bad boy, and then wreck a fool with a bone ash cannon. I've seen me some ENB in my day. Hello. Oh god, there's one behind me. Just get rid of this guy real quick. Ah! Camera. Work with me, camera. Work with me. Well, I probably could have said, it's an ambush, Jack! But we sort of took care of it, so. We got the Knight's Wig there, and so now I think we have the whole Knight set. I can check that out while we're standing on this rooftop being completely, you know, out in the open. Oh, I'm naked! Okay. Dapper as hell. I actually really do like the Knight's clothes there. The Knight's garb, it's pretty cool. And then, of course, here's the noble dress. Too much exposed skin in this cold weather. Let's get that out of here. I do like the Knight's garb, though. It's nice. Well, if I have an important date with somebody, I know what I'm wearing. The collar is a little off-putting, but well, whatever. I like the look of it on female characters too, because it's got more of this red color that the gloves have in it, in the garb itself. So, but we'll stick with our witch doctor look for now. I think probably for the best. Now that's just where we came from. Okay. But where do we go now? It looks like that's a dead end, even though we could drop down here. Not so fast. You can walk on this edge. I forget if there's an item over here. Probably not. Yeah, no, nothing there. But you can walk on this ledge right here. Careful, gently, and then drop down. So we can make our way along the ramparts here and get to the next area, which is close to the boss, as I recall. I wonder if there's another shortcut that I can grab right near the boss. Wow. Watch your footing there, man. It's a long way down if you don't watch your footing. Actually, I think the boss is like right up the stairs here or something, so. Oh. Finally turned my voice into a Vocaloid, huh? Sounds like your internet is having a lot of fun tonight, which I suppose is fine. I mean, I'm glad people are having fun on my streams. Alright, Conquer, see you in a minute. More packages for your neighbor, maybe. I should probably top myself off before going into this next thing, because, yeah, this is the boss room right here. Right up there, so... There's a couple bold hunter's marks. That's nice. Any other items on the rooftops here? Probably not. But yeah, I don't quite remember how to fight this guy, so it might take a few tries. I've heard again from people that they're either really easy or really not. So we'll see as we go here. Probably fire paper would be better than bolt. All right, Liram. Yeah, if you want to, I'll switch to online mode. I'll try them. Well. Trying to think if I should try them myself or if I should just turn on online mode. I am blood level. What level? Blood level am I? Blood level 80. If you have a character in that range, it would be 72 to 88 would be the level gap. I think that's how it works. So if you've got somebody in there and you want to help out, be my guest. I'll turn online and we'll go from there. Okay. Here, let me go to online mode before we go into this boss room here. So we'll sign in and we'll see where you spawn. Probably not directly at the boss room with me, but shouldn't be too big of a deal because I have killed pretty much everything along the way here, except for a few of the ghosts, but you know. Hopefully there won't be too much lag on your end of things with this, because I am streaming while doing this, so... Not to prove how bad you are. That's okay. Excuse me. I'm not good myself, so we'll just be bad together, and hopefully we'll be bad enough that we end up coming around the other side and being good. And then the boss will just, you know, fall down for us. So I'm actually going to use wallpaper, I think. I've just got this notion that, oh, well, if it's a boss that uses spells, they're probably more weak to electricity than fire. I don't know why. Probably from playing too much Skyrim, but I don't know. Anyway. I will ring a bell. Use insight and ring to other worlds to call for help. Oh, yeah, right. A password. Hold on. Let me show you. So we are on worldwide for the network. The name of the character is Jimmeh, Jimmeh. And the password is capital M, capital C, small r. Got it memorized? I sure hope so. Because I'm going to ring my bell in a couple of minutes. Be judging both of us from your bed. All right, sounds good. Oh, boy. No pressure or nothing, rockin' fun. No pressure. So, yeah, once I get your acknowledgement that you know the password, I will ring my bell. I should go buy more Molotovs now that I'm thinking about it. Would probably be helpful for the next stuff. Excuse me. Not for the Chalice Dungeons, but for the DLC. Because there might be those skittering dudes, and having Molotovs for them, usually a pretty good idea. Good on your end. Alright, let's ring a bell. And then I'll pop a Madman's Knowledge, so I've got that going for me. Come to think of it, this is a boss that I can parry, and I'm using the blunderbuss. So, if there was ever a time for me to get good at parrying with the blunderbuss, I suppose now would be it, wouldn't it? We'll see. I don't know if I'm actually going to parry him or not, but Want me to play Monster Hunter Worlds where that improve the chances? Maybe. Perhaps. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, they're probably spawning. Yeah, they're spawning in notes. Okay. Visceral attack is effective. Yep. It might just improve the chances. Can I view these notes? No, probably not. Maybe if I drop on top of it, like... Nope, can't do it from there. Let's see. Oop, I've discovered a bell! see if it's who we think it is. Confederate Urim, yes. Well, I'm up here. Wherever. Oh, there you are. Hello there. Hate this boss. I had to get 2 friends to help. Well, I know where you're coming from there, Brendan. I'm having Urim help me out with it since he says he's online. He's got nothing better to do. So let's get inside of here. So we'll see how bad it goes. But well, you know, we'll do this. Also, hello, Brendan. Welcome to the stream. Okay, off we go. Let's see just how bad this boss can be. I was gonna say, do you need me to blast the Machinae Supremacy to get you up here, man? I could. I happen to know a song that would fit very well here that they created from lots of hard rockin' guitars and Commodore 64 sound effects, as crazy as that sounds. Machinae Supremacy is a good band. But I think he's curing his own hypothermia there as best he can, so... Is that a scythe? Really? Great. And it looks like he's got a weapon in his offhand, too, so I don't know if that's a long rifle or a sword. I can't really tell from here. The snow's kind of blocking my view there. But this is Martyr Ligarius, and he's got some arcane damage for us. So, let's see how we do. I see Urim has access to the that sword as well. Oh god. I probably should have just visceraled him there while he was focused on you. Just like that. Get some good damage off on him that way. Put him in a vulnerable state, and that's pretty much the best way to do it, though. Okay, I think this is the point when I want to give him one of these. Hooah! Because that would have led to a very big AoE attack, and I don't want that happening. So I think he's in phase 2 now, though, so he's a little trickier, as you can see with the little blade beam he's got going there. So this part's a little tricky because he'll start, I believe that sword that he just used, I think Urim took care of it for me, but the sword that he has there will rain down projectiles on you. And that's not good. Not good for either of us. You can avoid it by breaking the sword, though, so... I think we've got this double team game down here. Uh-oh. Come on there, Ligarius. Your fight's with me now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But yeah, if you dodge into that swing there, it's a lot easier than trying to do something else. I see you have a Gatling gun. Who's he after me? That's fine. You just keep going with that Gatling gun, Urim. It seems to be doing well for... Oh, God. Seems to be doing well for us, so... Ah! Now he's almost there. Nice! Well done. Thank you, Urim. Appreciate the effort you made there. We got him all the same. And we got some vermin for it as well because of Urim's help there, so... Nice Gatling gun, bro. And of course the sword there was helpful. So that takes care of the Martyr. He is pretty tricky, though, if you're fighting him on your own. But having a friend to help out, yeah, well, as you saw there, I got off quite a number of visceral attacks on him, so usually pretty good. You can parry him, too, so that makes it a little easier. But anyway, we got the Crown of Illusions for defeating him. But before we do anything with that, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream and use some of these Blood Echoes. Yes, he is dead. Thank you, Urim. Thank you for the help, or Lirim. I think I'm saying Urim because I'm thinking it's a capital I, but I don't know. Yeah, his spells do track, so you have to be a little careful with them. But it's fine. We got him. I don't even think I used a bolt paper, now that I think about it. Huh. Well, that's probably fine. Not a big deal. Let's see here. What else should we do? I should go get some paper. Actually, no, I should get some blue elixirs instead of paper. I've got enough paper. Didn't even use any in that fight, so... this is fine. That's fine. I should use a couple of old papers, but let's get a couple of these. Now we're good. Okay, let's see if I can put together something with the knights set here. Today's episode, since it's just those two side areas, like, we're done with everything I wanted to do on today's episode already, so hope you'll pardon me for dicking around for the next little bit of time here. Play some Fashionborn for a couple of minutes. We need some gauntlets that go okay with this. Could get like decorative. I think that there's like decorative hunter's garb or something like that that you can grab. But this with this kind of looks a little bit better, you know, because it's a sword with decorative runes on it, and I need something more fashionable to go with it. But I think I'm just being aesthetically crazy for nothing. Let's just stick with what we've got. I'm going to keep the Crown of Illusions for a hot minute, though. Can't replace Top Hat in my set of items, but it will be useful for stuff. The Numbing Mist that we got, by the way, it prevents HP restoration if you throw it at an enemy. So if you're fighting some people that will, like hunters online and stuff like that, then it will be useful to you. I don't know where you can get more of it, though. You can probably buy it at some point, but I've never bothered. Okay, we've got 8 chunks, so we need... 8 more. Yep, 8 more, and then we'll be able to plus 9 another weapon. And maybe we'll even go delving into the Chalice Dungeons to get a 3rd Blood Rock while we're at it. If I decide I want to. Oh, I didn't show the Executioner's set, so I can show that as well. Let's see. Won't look good with my Crow mask, but, well, you know. This looks vaguely familiar. I feel like we've seen this on somebody before. I mean, you know, other than the mask, we've seen that on Eileen, but it's probably nothing. There. Back to the good old standby. Alright, let's put away some stuff we don't need. This. And the night set. Sorry, night set. I know you're fashionable as hell, but... Oops, nope, I want to keep that for a second. I don't know if I can make you work with my current weapons. Blood tinge scaling plus 13.5. Yeah, that's kind of honestly, compared to what I've got. So, I think, let's look. Let's see. Yeah. Not quite as good as the other one there. This is a 14, that's a 9, so. Big whoop. Yeah, witch doctor that doesn't use arcane. Exactly. It makes sense in my head. No, it doesn't make any sense. But then again, isn't that kind of the point? I just figured the aesthetic looked good with the saw spear, to be honest with you. So I was just like, yeah, you know, we'll just go with that. I might eventually get to 15 arcane so I can use like the old hunter's bone and the empty phantasm shell, but I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. I'll have to see. Let's see. I was going to sell those gems, I think. Yeah, I got to sell those 3. Anything else to sell? I don't think so. Register listing all known Vile Bloods. Leather record of the Vile Bloods loyal to the Covenant of Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods at Canehurst Castle. A record of the Vile Bloods, bloodlusting hunters who seek blood dregs of their prey, kept throughout the ages. Online use only, cannot use offline. So that's for all them people who are in the Vile Bloods there. You can see who they are while you're online. So then again, what cause do I have for hunting Vile Bloods? It's not like I've even seen the Vile Bloods yet, so... Okay, let's sell those gems. Don't need any of these 3. And anything else to sell here? I forget. I could sell the hand lantern, but... Yeah, I already went through the trouble of buying it. Oh, excuse me, so... I might as well hold on to it. Alright, let's level up, and then I think I'll spend a bunch of
Welcome home. What is it?
blood echoes. If I'm not that close to another level, I'll spend a bunch of blood echoes on like Molotovs and stuff. Alright, more skill. Yeah, we're not even close to another level. Molotovs it is.
Farewell, good hunter.
And probably more
May you find
blood
your
vials
worth
as
in
well.
the waking world.
Thank you, milady. Of course, now that I'm thinking about it, if we ever do come back to Bloodborne, like I'm thinking about going back to Dark Souls 3, I've already done a playthrough of Dark Souls 3 previously on the stream, almost a year ago at this point, actually. And it was just a quality build, sort of similar to this one. But I was thinking if I ever came back to Bloodborne, I would do like use the stats that I didn't use for this playthrough. So it would be a Blood Tinge and Arcane build. As bad of a build as that would be, because I'd be out of Quicksilver bullets faster than you could snap your fingers with a build like that, but... I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. No, I don't need to sell, I need to buy. Let's see. What should I buy? Maybe, well, I'm spending all my money, so I may as well. Let's see, we've got 3 of these. Let's get up to 10. What a waste. Can't even buy any more sedatives now, damn. I got rid of all of those. I guess I could buy one of these just to get myself up to 10, and then the rest on blood vials. There we go. We are at 310, I think. Yeah, that's 310. I can math. So now we're in good shape. Yeah, milady. Yeah. Blood magic. Yeah, I'm not trying to diss it. I feel like it would just be so Quicksilver intensive, that build, the Blood Tinge and Arcane. It would probably be fun, to be honest with you. Like, I could probably use like the sword that you were using there in the fight with Ligarius, and then something else maybe. Or I could use weapons that are actually suited to it, like the Tenitris or something like that. But I'd have to invest in strength and skill a little bit at least. And so it would probably be a build that would be a higher level than this one, is essentially what I'm saying. And it would take quite a bit of... I'd have to manage my Quicksilver bullets very carefully, and maybe not kill that many things all the way through the level there. Well, no, that's not true. If I use like the Tenitris and stuff, I can probably just kill it with the regular attacks through the level and go from there. Anyway, we're back here at Cadenhurst Castle because there's one other thing to do here in Ligarius's room, and it has to do with that Crown of Illusions that we got. So, if we put it on... Jesus, how gaudy. And then we head this way. We can check out the seat of his throne. Not much of a seat. It's on a rooftop after all, but... Also, where did the seat go? Wasn't it just right in front of me a minute ago? Could it have broken in the boss fight and that's why it's not here right now? All these questions and I'm not seeing any answers. Okay, the blizzard just picked up. Machina Supremacy, why you do this? Oh. That makes a little more sense, actually. I was gonna say, why would it be the seat of his throne if he's just hanging out on this random rooftop or something? But apparently there was a secret illusory castle that we couldn't see here. Howl's Moving Castle? Not quite. That one's a little more beloved by children of all ages than this one. Just checking my corners to make sure. Nothing's gonna like run out and murder me while I go up here. I think I can take the Crown of Illusions off now, but yeah, we'll keep it on.
Visitor, I claim no subjects. But here lieth our throne. Kneel afore us, or get thee gone.
Straight, simple, and to the point. I like it. Huh. Let's go see what happens if we kneel before ye. You know, after I loot your stuff from behind these busts. That would be ideal. Oh, a lamp. Let's light that up. I mean, the last lamp was like 10 feet away, but, you know. Ooh. Unopened summons. Sort of looks like the Cadenhurst summons that we got to get here originally. Let's check that out, actually, before we go doing anything else. think it's a key item. See, here's my Canehurst summons right here. Mine was already opened when I got it, but this one, not opened. Old unopened summons. An old sealed summons, like the first of its kind, but it is an invitation to Canehurst, but for whom it is not known, as it lacks an addressee. Wonder who we can give that to. Well, we got some insight for coming here anyway, so I guess that's a thing. Hello there.
Visitor. Moon-scented hunter.
That would be me.
I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Canehurst.
Oh, okay. Where have I heard her name before?
Of the Vile Bloods.
Have we heard her name before? I forget.
And sworn enemy of the church.
Oh, okay.
Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this wretched mask.
Why don't you just take the... Oh, right, yeah, the carriage outside's kind of gone, isn't it? Well, I've already sworn an oath to the League, but I don't have their Carol rune equipped, so I guess I could swear an oath to the Vile Bloods and get their rune. I'm probably not going to actually use theirs, because the Hunter rune is just so much better, but, you know. No, I know the quest for this, Urim. I'm just playing dumb.
Well.
Let's swear an oath.
An odd hunter thou art indeed. We've tired of these piteous nights. Share in our plight, and take oath against the church. If thou wouldst this path walk, I prithee, partake of my rotted blood.
Sure, let's swear an oath.
Very well. Drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn.
I don't know how she handed that to me from 10 feet away, but alright.
Now, thou art too a vile blood.
Now, thou art also a vampire.
The very last on this earth.
So we've received the Corruption Oath Rune and the Canehurst Badge. Also the Respect Gesture. And if we get some blood drags, we can offer them to her and we can deepen our oath to the Vile Bloods. But for now, we don't have any, so...
For the honor of Canehurst.
She tossed it to me. Yeah, you're probably right. So we've taken an oath with the Canehurst Vile Bloods. That being said, probably not going to equip the oath because here it is right here. It gives you some healing regeneration when you're close to death, but it's so small of a healing thing. Like the tear rune that we have for my saw spear there is more than this is, and the tear rune for the saw spear barely heals anything at all. So it's so small that you'll practically never get a use out of it. Like this is just stamina recovery speed up is just, even though it's only 10% compared to like, you know, the Grasscrest Shield and those other ones from the other Souls games, this is so much more substantial than any of the other Oath runes, and that's why I always equip it, because it's just the best one. Granted, it's one of the harder ones to get out of the Oath runes, but, you know. Anyway, there is a quest involved with this, as Urim. Still haven't figured out if that's an I or an L, man. You gotta let me know. As they mentioned, there is a quest for this item here. For the Vile Bloods, so we're gonna go do that in a hot minute. We'll just take a drink first before we do that. Hydrate myself since the air is catching in my throat. I need to turn off this crown there. You don't have to wear it anymore, by the way, because once you go to the lamp in there, you don't have to wear it anymore. So. Yes, Alex, I do. I have a YouTube channel where I used to do playthroughs on that channel, but it was inconsistent because my internet was so bad, basically, that I would have a hard time keeping a consistent upload schedule. My internet is good enough to do streams now for this. It's still not good enough to keep a consistent upload schedule over on YouTube, but I archive all of my streams over on my YouTube channel. You can actually check that out if you go below the stream feed there. There's all those panels underneath, and you can click on the YouTube panel, and that will take you right to the channel. And it's got all the archives of the playthroughs I've done in the past there. So, excuse me. Done quite a number of them at this point. I think after, let's see, the next game on my list of games to play after this is Mega Man X2 and then XCOM. And I think after both of those, I'll have done 25 playthroughs total. Of course, that was spread out over like 8 years worth of uploading and streaming, so it's not that substantial compared to a bunch of other people, but there's quite a bit of content to find over there. So, oh, okay, I guess we can buy some Numbing Mist now over here. That must have just showed up now that we became a Vile Blood, or swore an oath to them. Well, anyway, next place we have to go to get the Vile Blood quest to occur. So we need to go back to the Cathedral Ward, because we can go see Alfred now. He's got the Executioner set, remember? So he's the one we need to go talk to. So let's go see if we can find him. And go from there. I prefer streaming, Alex. I like doing just regular videos where I do commentary and stuff like that, but to be honest, I prefer the back and forth and the discourse that I can have with people on the stream like this. It's a lot less lonely than it is the other way. And even though I have more editing power, and I do like editing videos, like in making complex edits in videos that I make myself, I've made cinematic trailers for games that I've played before, so I can do that sort of stuff with the videos on YouTube. But the streaming, I actually like that a little bit better because, like I said, it's more sociable with people, and it's a lot easier to do on my end. Like, I do this for a couple of hours, and then Twitch's servers basically take care of the rest for me. I just name the video, click export, and it's on YouTube in 45 minutes. If I was to export this stream directly from a recorded video and upload it onto YouTube, it would take like 8 hours with my internet. So I like this a little better, the way that I'm doing it now. So while we're here, actually, let me think about this. Let's go see if we can get the top hats, because that's probably going to be helpful for us. It's up here. I need to drop down on that wooden beam that's here, and I need to be careful about dropping down onto it, because as we saw last time, I could probably drop to my death if I'm not careful. So let's see if we can get it now that we're here this time. And we got to go here anyway so we can talk to Alfred, so give that a rest, dude. Miram's the only one who can use the Gatling guns on this stream. Even I'm not touching that, but he can do that. Oh, Jesus. Scraped my ear hairs there. I don't think I need to actually take damage there, but whatever. It's fine. We're fine. Pop that bad boy on, and I believe it is that one right down there is the one that we want. So how do I get to it? Probably by dropping here. And maybe if I drop on that platform there. Gently. Yeah. Okay, 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 we're still good. Still good. And then I gotta get as close to the wall as I can before I do this, because I can't see once I drop off here otherwise. Line it up. Okay, there we go. Got him. That's all I really wanted. Let's see, can I get out of here from here? Whoa. Oh, I thought that was a ledge right there. I can probably get out of here if I, like, drop all the way down, but like all the way down there. But there's the abandoned workshop there. I don't think you can get there from here, unfortunately. I may just Hunter's Mark, bold Hunter's Mark out of here. It would probably be easier than trying to figure my way out down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if you jump from here, you'll just barely miss it. Like, you'll hit your face on the side of the planks there and then fall to your death. So let's not do that. I'm not about that life. Oh, is your internet acting up again, Rockin' Fun? Oh, jeez. That's no good. Has a mind of its own, I swear. I can't remember if we got the Rosemarinus, now that I'm thinking about it. I feel like I got it, but I can't remember where we got it, if I did get it. Well, anyway. Hey, Granny.
Welcome home, dear. What's wrong? Anything you'd like to tell me?
Well, I've seen some shit, Granny. I've seen some ticks the size of you and me combined, so it's not fun.
Oh my, you poor thing.
Yes, I did Upper Cathedral Ward on the last stream. No, the stream before last, I did Upper Cathedral Ward. The last stream that I did Abrietas. So I literally have everything done, I think, at this point in the main game, except for the end of the Nightmare of Mensis and the end game. So it's just the DLC in the Chalice Dungeons that I'm going to be doing, so. Well, 3 sedatives. Thanks, Granny.
Oh, are you in
No, I'm good, Granny, thanks.
What a relief. You always were the brave one. But you can't bottle up everything inside. You mustn't be afraid to share.
Seems pretty cool so far, but very sensitive. Gotta be careful not to say anything could hurt him. Yeah. Gotta walk on eggshells there a little bit, I get you. Well, those church guys appear to have cleared out. Hi, Amygdala. I don't need to go to the DLC right now, so you can just hang out. I'll come back and hit you up later. Well, actually, I already went to the DLC, so... Like, I can go straight to the Hunter's Nightmare right now from the Hunter's Dream, so I don't really need to hit up Amygdala there. For that matter, I think Alfred is over this way near the entrance to the Forbidden Woods, if I remember right, so that's where I'm going right now. Hi there. Could you stop that? No mercy for dude. I don't know why I even bother at this point. And again, I got so many Quicksilver bullets, I don't need to worry. I've got like 450 or something between what I've got and what's in storage, so... Am I going the right way? No, I'm not going the right way. It's over here. What the hell am I doing? I gotta go back through the graveyard to get to the entrance to the Forbidden Woods. Or I could, honestly, probably could have just gone backwards through the Forbidden Woods and gotten up here, but... it's fine. Hi there. Bye there. He doesn't seem too happy to be letting me go. Is this where we need to go? Yeah. Oops, someone's following me, I think. Hello? Yep. Thank you for the bullet. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Conquer. No problem. And welcome back. Ah, there's Alfred. Hey, man. Long time no see.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Well, I think I might have something that you were looking for, actually. It might help you.
Aha! Is that the sigil of Canehurst?
It is.
I've heard tell of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely.
Ain't no thing, man.
Immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
What you got for me? The Wheel Hunter badge. Alright, cool. And the Church Bow male gesture. You get the female one if you're a girl.
Master's hand at work.
Is that lightning?
Praise
that
the
just
good
popping it in?
blood. And let us cleanse these tarnished streets.
So yeah, in case it wasn't obvious, Alfred there is a church member, and he was looking for the leader of the Vile Bloods, so that he could cleanse the streets of their filth. Which is kind of mean, if I'm being honest with you. Annalise doesn't seem like that bad of a person. Hi there. Hi. He never can catch me. I mean, he's caught me enough before that it's not really a concern of mine, but... Anyway, we'll see what Alfred gets up to while he's over there, because, much as Annalise didn't seem like she was all that bad of a person, first of all, she is a vampire, and second of all, there can only be one. At least according to my own vision of vampirism in this world. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's just let's head back to Canehurst and see if Alfred finds his way up there. I may have to duel him one-on-one because I'm a vile blood. Annalise may be like, help me! And then I'll have to kill him. Or something like that. Excuse me. But we have the Wheel Hunter badge now, so let's see what that gets us over here. At the Bath Messengers. Anything new here? Not really. I think it gets us a new weapon, though. Oh, we can buy the Chikage now that we're, Vile Bloods. It's a weapon that scales with Blood Tinge. It's sort of like the Rider Palash, but this one scales with Blood Tinge also for its tricked form, but its tricked form actually is... It's a katana, so it's normally a katana when you've just got it in the normal place. When you trick it, you coat it with blood, and it's will deal blood damage, blood tinge scaled damage while it's coated with blood. The only problem is that this is the same weapon that the Crow of Canehurst used when we fought him back in, I think, the 5th, or I think it was the 6th stream before we fought Ram. Excuse me. This was the reason why he was losing so much HP, was because he was tricking his Chikage and draining his own health. So, not exactly my cup of tea. But we also can get Ligarius's wheel now, right here. And it is, exactly as it sounds, a big fat-ass wheel. And I don't know what the transformed form is for this thing, because I've never done the research on it, but just safe to say, you're slamming people in the face with a giant wheel. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that gives you an idea. Wow, the Rosmarinus is 60,000. Holy shit. We can also get the Evelyn here, which I think is actually in Canehurst somewhere, but I didn't bother looking because I'm not planning on using it. It actually deals less damage with my current Blood Tinge than the Hunter's Pistol, so not that great. But the Evelyn is a fine crafted pistol, and if you have high Blood Tinge, like I think over 20 Blood Tinge, it deals more damage than the pistol, if I remember right. Something like that. I think the repeating pistol still does more damage than all of them, like both of them combined, but it's because the repeating pistol shoots 2 bullets, so that's why that happens. We can get Canehurst armor now as well, get a nice iron mask out of the whole deal, but again, not my cup of tea. I'm good where I'm at. Let me get a couple of blood vials, actually. Use some of the blood echoes that I got, since I can't exactly level up with them. Alright, back to Canehurst Castle. Let's check out what happens in the Queen's Chamber once Alfred has found his way. He will have gotten there quickly, but I mean, I could have just waited and gone and done something else.
I've done it. I've done it. I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp.
Well, goddamn, dude.
There, you filthy monstrosity. What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state. All mangled and twisted, with every inside on the outside for all the world to see.
Damn, Alfred, didn't know you had it in you. What's up, dude? You look a right mess.
Is it? Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr.
Oh, your master was... Oh. Ligarius.
I have.
Now I'm putting 2 and 2 together. And we get the roar gesture for coming here and talking to him after he has pulverized Queen Annalise. Try not to think too hard about that
I've done it. I have.
Yeah, O is the best reaction to this Rockin' Fun, considering what's happened. I'll just leave you here to stick around with your gold Ardeo there. I'm just gonna thanks. I'll be on my way now. Bye. But yes, also for doing that part, we can grab the queenly flesh off the throne there. We can grab Annalise's fleshy bits. All right. It's as close as I'm going to get to grabbing a woman in this game. But that's misogynistic, so let's just put that thought to bed. Anyway. Let's see. Let's repair the saw spear. And then... Did I sell the blood gems that I don't need? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Alright then, so let's head over and see what we can do with the queenly flesh there. Now, in order to do that, I think we need to go to this one, because this one has the... Let's see. Yeah, it has the Altar of Despair here. So you remember that throne at the back of the Altar of Despair that we couldn't do anything with before? Well, now we can do something with it, so let's go over there. He's probably going, if not already insane there. You're probably right about that, Conker. He's a little out there, Alfred is. But, yeah, well, whatever, you know. You will invade and kill me. All right. Fair enough. I mean, to be honest with you, you practically could have invaded and killed me in Castle Canehurst there, because... I had the Hunter rune, so there was a 30% chance that you were going to be a PvP invader anyway, so... Yeah, it's alright. That's the thing, though, is that there are two sides to each of the factions, I guess, that you can, quote-unquote, that you can join in this game, and Confederates, like Urim and, who else was a Confederate? Old Hunter. Old Hunter and Urim are Confederates, so they're members of the League. Now, the League is in direct opposition to the Vile Bloods in this world. They hate each other. They don't like each other at all. The League is more of a cooperative thing, and the Vile Bloods are more of a PvP thing. It's sort of similar to, like, Dark Wraiths and... I guess the Way of the White, honestly. It's not like the Sunlight Warriors, but I guess that's sort of the similarity there. But, yes, now that we have Queenly Flesh, we can offer it to the altar here and reverse time for this scrap of flesh. I think you have to leave and come back, though, in order for anything to happen here. So, let's see. But basically what that does is it quote-unquote revives Annalise, so now she... I think she's either back at Canehurst or she's here at the Altar of Despair. And now we can interact with her if we were a Vile Blood, so... So let's just check the Altar of Despair, see if she's there. And if she's not there, then that means she's back at Castle Canehurst and we can go and see her there again. Oh, is it Radiance that fights Vile Blood? Okay, gotcha. I thought it was the League. Maybe the League is in opposition to the Hunters, which makes me wonder how Confederates have been helping me anyway, but, you know. Like the Hunters of Hunters, which is what I'm technically considered at this point. So. But yeah, there's like 6 factions in the game, and I think 2 of them are in the DLC specifically, so we can't exactly see them here. Just yet. When we get to the DLC, we'll be able to. If I even come across their stuff. I don't even know if I'll come across their the things that let you join their factions. Maybe, but maybe not. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the Executioners are Radiance. So that would explain why, what's his face? Alfred was against the Vile Bloods there, because he's an Executioner. Where's the... Ah, here we go. Alright, take them pots off your head. I've got something much better for you. There you go. Now you're looking dapper. All my children are all grown up. Brings a tear to my eye. No. By the way, I don't think I mentioned it, but you can... Oh, no, I did mention it at one point. But you can go to the Hunter's Nightmare from this headstone. That's the basic gist. Anyway, let's go back and see Annalise now that she's been killed. It's here? Yeah. You'd think I'd remember this since I was just here 5 minutes ago, but... How long till this game ends? We could actually end it, like... not tonight necessarily, but in one stream we'll be done with the main game. The only thing with it is that then all the side content wouldn't get done. So I'm doing the side content after this before I finish the game out. Because if I finish the game before doing the side content, I have to go through New Game Plus a little bit to get back to the side content, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to do Chalice Dungeons next week. We might start the Old Hunters DLC next week as well, depending on how long the Chalice Dungeons take me. But if I had to put a guess on it, I'd say like 6 more streams, maybe 7 will be done with the game. There's a lot of side content to go through, but most of it is Chalice Dungeon stuff, so. Anyway, Alfred is left, and Annalise is back alive, as you can see.
Closest of kin, bearer of our blood, I welcome thee. What is thy wish?
I'm good. I just wanted to see if you were still alive.
We await thy return, for the honor of Canehurst.
I don't know about the honor of Canehurst. I just like the immortal blood flowing through my veins now. Gives me an actual reason why I don't die to the NPC hunters in this game. Actually, that was the thing last time. I mentioned before we fought Mikolash, the host of the Nightmare, I said there's something that's inconsistent in the game story that doesn't really sit well with me. And the inconsistency that I was getting at was that when Mikolash dies, he's getting killed by a hunter, right? Like, we're a hunter in this game, so he's getting killed, and he's like, now I'll forget everything when I wake up, which implies that when hunters kill you in the dream, you wake up from the dream and you don't remember anything about the dream. And that comes up later, actually, in the game as well. Right near the end game, you can think about that again because of an option that you're given near the end game. But we get killed in this game by NPC hunters all the time, and we still wake up like nothing happened, still in the dream. So why is that? Now, at least there's an excuse for it. It's because I have immortal blood from Canehurst in my veins, but before, I don't really know. I can't really point my finger at what the reason would be. And that's the only real inconsistency that I've ever really found with Bloodborne's story. The rest I'm sort of like, yeah, okay, it sort of makes sense. You have to think about it for a little while, or not think about it at all and just roll with it, but that one, I'm kind of like, I don't really know how to explain that one away. I can't wave my fingers and magically it goes away, you know what I mean? What else can we do while I'm standing here? Those hunters that you kill don't belong to your god. Oh, okay, that makes a little sense then. So, hunters that are of different, not necessarily different factions, but the ones that... So they're like hunters from a different era, basically, because this dream is specifically for a certain god, quote-unquote. All the dreams that have happened so far in Yharnam, of which there have been, I think, 2 before this. I'm not 100% sure on that number, but the way that I interpret the story is that this is the 3rd time the dream has occurred in Yharnam. I could be wrong, though. Eileen and Jura both dreamed and woke up. They remember, but they don't return. Okay. So then why does Mikolash forget everything when he wakes up? Maybe he just thought he was going to forget everything because he had never woken up before this. And so basically, like, he's basically saying, instead of saying, now I'll forget everything, he's saying, now I can never get the eyes on the inside of my brain because I will wake up and then I can never return to the dream where I'm all-powerful and capable of using the Augur and Call Beyond and everything to get me closer to the eldritch abominations that come from space. So maybe that's it. Each headstone is a hunter. Good point. Good point. So all of these headstones are hunters that have died in the past because the doll has buried them, essentially. It's a good point. Lots to think about in terms of the lore here. I gotta sort of get my interpretations up to speed for how I'm thinking about all of this as we move along here, because when we get to the end game credits, which isn't for a little while, admittedly, I will try to explain how I interpret the story of Bloodborne. I don't know if we're actually going to get to that point, and I may not explain it well, but, you know. Let's replace our Hunter Salutation with We could do church bow. Let's see what church bow looks like first. Let me actually do it over here so she can bow with me. I know she'll bow with me because it says bow right in it, but yeah, there you go. I mean, it's respectful, you know what I mean, but oops, wrong one. And then we've got respect, which is this one. Let's check it out. Yeah. I like that one a little better. It's basically like an upgrade to the hunter's salutation, essentially. You know what I mean? So he swore allegiance to a couple of bosses then, basically. And we kill them. But they don't create a dream like our god. Okay, I think I see where you're going with that. It might be a little spoilery for me to extrapolate that and unpack it a little bit, so I'm going to leave it kind of on the wayside. But basically know that Mikolash swore an oath to people other than who we swore an oath to. We technically swore an oath to someone at the beginning of this game. Who that person is hasn't been revealed yet, but we'll get to that eventually, towards the end game there. But before we get to the end game, now that I have immortal blood flowing through my veins and need not fear death ever again, I have quite a bit of side content to patch my way through there. We have chalice dungeons to go through. We have to go over here with the Tumaru chalice that we have. We can use this makeshift altar to create a short ritual. Root chalice is needed to conduct a ritual. Maybe it's here. Yeah, it's here. So we can create a chalice dungeon using a chalice ritual here. If we do one of these, I need 1,000 blood echoes and 2 ritual blood in order to create the Tumaru chalice here. You could also make a Hintertomb one, which I think we get a Hintertomb one inside of the Tumaru chalices somewhere, but you can make a Loren or an Iz as well. None of these headstones are specific to one or the other. You can make any one you want from the chalice dungeons that you, or the chalices that you have. But we're going to be actually creating a story chalice, which is just the generic one that you play through normally. For the first couple of layers of the Tumaru dungeon, and my dog is barking at someone outside. Someone walking, I think. Okay. We need to fight in the dungeons. Yeah, I'm planning on doing as much PvP and co-op in the dungeons as people are interested in doing so. And next week, I'm going to post up the schedule for next week on my Discord and on my Twitter after I'm done with the stream today, which is in about 2 minutes. And next week I'm going back to 4 days a week for streaming. So we're going to do Chalice Dungeons starting next week. I don't know how much of those streams is going to be specifically Chalice Dungeons, but I'm figuring those 4 episodes, that's like 8 or 9 hours worth of Chalice Dungeons by the time we're done. That might be enough to get through all of them, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Because as I said before, I'm totally blind to how long or short the Chalice Dungeons are. So I'm looking forward to experiencing all of that before we do the Old Hunters DLC. Completely genuine and free of most spoilers. I know a few things about the Chalice Dungeons, but not very much. But I will fill out my extent of knowledge about them on the next episodes, plural, of Bloodborne, the stream edition. Until then, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Need to burn them as fast as possible. They're boring. Okay. Then we'll go through them as quickly as we can. We'll get done with all the false chalices stuff that we need to do as well. I'll demonstrate it, and I may end up doing that stuff off screen, but I will see how I want to handle that as we go through the weekend. I might be streaming again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so that's going to be... Yeah, I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to put... Like I said, I'm going to put up the schedule on my Twitter and my Twitch after I'm done with this, but I'm going to be streaming again. The next stream is going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, as I said, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you coming on Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I'll bow again, why the hell not? And I will see all of you on the next one, which, again, tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I will see you then. Until then, take care and have a good night. Just sit down and have my meditations real quick. I have to meditate on this immortal state that I have become, because now I cannot die. But now I have to be careful I don't get flayed alive by somebody. Let's hope I can keep that little bit of knowledge in the back of my mind as I'm running through places with people that probably have some very sharp weapons. but we'll save that for the Old Hunters DLC. We got Chalice Dungeons to do next.